friends, welcome to my channel. And what are we doing now? We are now doing we finished the binding process of this series, and now we are going to be dismantling the actual cover. Naturally, the cover, we're gonna be taking out the actual book of this old book, and we're just gonna take out the book portion so we can save the cover. And we're gonna be putting on I have some stuff here to put in some inner lining of the sketchbook. I chose orange because I don't know, I just think it looks nicer. And I have a piece of Bristol here that I could use to glue on my spine. So my sketchbook is all finished, and I love it. I think it's beautiful. Yeah, this is the front of it. It's great. It's able to open flat, so that's wonderful. Completely flat, so that's even better. And I really do enjoy it. So now I need to get on to dismantling this book here. It's gonna be easy. It's just gonna take a little let's tie this up together. It's just sort of gonna be this part. I think it's gonna be the easy part. So yeah, so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just gonna be cutting down right here. Okay, you're supposed to be the easy part, guys. Come on. Yeah, you're supposed to be the easy part. Yeah, I can see an accident happening right now. Let me move that to the side. Put this mat here. Yeah. See, I said this is going to be quite easy to take this off its spine. This is the easy part. Just cutting it down so I could expose this amazing cover, because this is all I really want, is the cover of this. Okay. So yeah, here we go. So we're gonna put that aside. Maybe I might decide to read it after all. Okay. So now that I have this, I need to ensure that my book that I have here. So what am I looking at right now? Let me see if I could bring this here to make you see what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this, and that's why I said I made it kind of tight. Let me put on some okay guys, I'm looking at this here, so that's why I said I made it kind of tight, because I want to be able to have it, see? So that's what I was looking at, and that's the reason why I made it kind of tight, so it could go into the spine of this book. And it kind of makes the book looks like it's been made to fit this. Let me bring it up a little bit because you guys have a lot of glare. So it kind of fits the book. And the fact that I kept I'm losing my voice, the decal edges of the majority of this, some of them look like it belongs here, so it makes it looks like it almost belongs here, because you know the book look worn and torn, and the edges are not always even, and some of them are a little decoed, some of them are not. They're not all even, so it kind of fits the overall flavor of the actual cover. So yeah, see, it fits perfectly. So now all I have to do is cut out the lining and glue that in, and we can do that process right now. Okay, we're finished with the ruling. So now what I'm doing is I am evening these up. And then I'll be putting these on the backing. I kind of made a little oopsie. I kind of ruled these construction paper in the wrong direction, but because I ruled the 7.5-inch part on the section that was 12, and then when I realized that the width of the book is actually 4 3/4, which means I need at least 9.5 inches for the entire length of the construction paper. So I had to, it was actually the 12.5. I should have ruled 9.5. And then the part that was 9-inch long, I should have ruled at 7.5. But I made a little oopsie, but I'm okay with my oopsie because this is for me. So it's not like I'm going to be selling it to the highest bidder. So it won't be a Made by Dawn original without a Made by Dawn mistake. So now I'm just putting them on where I have the extra score line in the middle of this. I'm going to be gluing this onto the actual backing of the cover, and now I'm going to be doing the gluing for this. But first we're going to put this together so that these don't move, because we want to capture these part here. So we're going to put it together so they don't move. Sorry if I shake the camera. I usually keep my clips on the arm where the camera is. So see, put these together, and now we have the spine exposed. These strips that came off the construction paper, I am going to be using to glue on top of this. Okay, so I'm going to glue these on just a little bit, just to make sure, kind of protect the surface of my desk. I'm using this cutting board here. Yeah, my desk is really messy. Book binding is not a it's not a, you know, it's not a job that is used for people who are not going to be making a mess. So I'm gonna put this here just to kind of even it up. Put it down here and just kind of let it follow the line, and then crease it there, and then crease it here where the line is, just to kind of crease it a little bit. And so now I have my little cup, and I'm gonna glue the top, and I'm gonna set my cup on top of it, or the cover, and this should hold. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so now I'm gonna be gluing this here. I'm gonna put some glue on top. Okay, the type of glue I'm using is just wood glue. Kind of figure that if wood glue is made for wood and paper is made from wood, it should be good with paper. So that's the type of glue I'm using. Okay, I'm gonna use one finger to kind of spread it out. I'm okay with the glue not coming on this, because this finger here that has a little bit, I'm just gonna put it here. See? Just have to be careful, because sometimes it like to get into the creases and everything, and it makes it harder to open. So yeah. Okay, mean that was one finger, and I'm gonna be very careful how I put this on. I'm gonna put that there. Oops, see, I told you get into the creases. See, look at that. Trying to spill over. Make my life a little more difficult. Why would you? Okay. Gonna kind of rub off the glue off my finger. I'm gonna, now for these binders that was holding my book together, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna put it on the opposite end now, to kind of put so that this could come on. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I just want to push it down as much as possible so that each signature could have some glue on it so it could stay put. So now I'm going to get probably about one more binder just to go in here, just to kind of hold this together. And then I'm going to, the next step is to glue these on the pages. So let me go and get that extra binder and just to hold this together so I could make sure this have a good stick. Okay, so what we're doing now is that I already put the binder clips on the ends. You saw how I did the glue in for this, and the only thing I think I'm gonna give it a few hours, and it's going to be right within this same section because, you know, ideally I should wait overnight, but I'm just going to give it a few hours just for it to stick on, because the next step now is to open this up here. That's why we fold it over, and then we'll glue this end here onto the backing of this, and then this end here onto this, and then we should have our sketchbook. So that will be wonderful, but we just need the glue to set, because if the glue doesn't set, the whole thing can fall apart. So I usually just give it a couple hours, and I normally don't always wait till the glue is fully dry, because once it's half dry, I like to open it up so that if there's any pages that are stuck together, because it's still kind of half dry, it'll make it opening up easier and the damage to the pages is going to be less. So I'm just going to wait a couple hours so it can get that little half dryness going on, and then I'm going to put it together, and then I'm going to leave it overnight to fully dry. But when I do put it together, then we can actually see it, and that will be the end of it. Okay, I'm back. I gave it about an hour to kind of set. I'm just going to take these off. Once it has set, you can just take it off the binders, because if it has set, that means it's already been glued on. So it kind of stuck. Now, oh gosh. Okay, so now let me show you what I'm doing. Bring this down a little bit, bring it out, down, and we're gonna put some light on. Okay, so I'm gonna be showing you now what I'm doing, because this is actually very, very, very important. You have to line it up at least adequately. And I'm lining it. That's what I'm doing now. And it's lined up, and it's perfect. Let me bring you out a little bit here, just a little bit, to show you me doing the gluing portion of this. So I'm just using regular paper's glue. I'm just gonna make sure I have a very good. And the reason why I like paper glue for this is because it won't cause any kind of wrinkles in the paper when you stick it onto the cover. And that's generally the reason why I like the glue stick for this, so I could avoid wrinkling. And I'm putting a very generous amount here at this part. So now I'm just gonna, the same thing I'm gonna do, bring it over. Make sure the ends are there. To see this properly, yeah. Make sure it's even up in there, and I'm gonna press it down. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with this end here. A generous amount of glue, especially in this part here. Because here where the double construction paper is, it tend to rip a little bit. That's why I put double construction paper at this spot. So if it should rip at this spot, the double construction paper should help prevent ripping. Should. Okay. I'm gonna bring this over now. Make sure it lines up perfectly. I'm gonna press this part down too. So now when I open this up, voila! So I'm gonna press it down now from in here, this part. And grab a scoring tool. If you don't have a scoring tool, just use a ruler. It's just to kind of press this down so it doesn't lift. I'm going to do the same thing to this side here. There, we are done. Look at that. We made a sketchbook from an old book. Okay, so I'm gonna open it up now, just to, like I said, sometimes the glue like to seep through. Like here, you'll see the glue seeping through. So it's kind of half dry. So that way, see what I told you? Seeping through. So it opens up. But it's for my personal use, so I'm not too bothered about it. About this, about the little stickage in the corner, I'm not too bothered about it. I'm just making sure all the pages don't stick. It also helps with bending the spine of the book, like here. This is called bending the spine, so it makes the book easier to open. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah. I think I did when it was half dry. Because I bend the spine, but the pulling. Okay, good. So I'm trying to make sure the book itself. And that's the reason why I chose an old book, because the book is already pre-conditioned to bend this way. So that's kind of good. So the spine of the book is already bent already. So I'm just kind of shaping it now, making sure it shapes the way I want it to shape. And the glue is still wet, as you can see. So me shaping it while it's wet is not really good for sticking it together, but it's okay for me because at least I'll know the book will be functioning the way I want to function, and I don't have to compromise the integrity of the book. So when it dries, it's gonna dry in the way I want it to dry. So that's why I'm bending the spine of the book. Okay. Guys, we are done with this series. The sketchbook is made. I just need to make the glue dry a little bit, and we'll be ready to go. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It's beautiful. I want to try it so badly now. I love it. I really do. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey. Thank you guys so much for staying with me and for checking out this entire series. If you want to learn how to make your own sketchbook, this will be here for you. You know, just tracing the red bird. I'm so proud of myself. I've never done this endeavor before, and I'm so glad that you guys were along with me for that. And yeah, I'm so proud of this. So now what I'm going to do is leave this to fully dry overnight, And yeah, I might even take it back to my local library and show them what I did with it, because when I told them what I wanted to do, they actually gave me an old book, which was very generous of them. So I'm going to show them the sketchbook I made from the book that they have generously given to me, and to continue my artistic journey. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey, and as always, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.